we're recording. I'm not sure if that's in focus, but I think audio levels look alright. Maybe a little dark. There we go. Well, alright, so this is my setup. Sorry about the mess, I'll clean that up tomorrow. One JSM10 Ibanez, that's the Schofield cheap model, not the 30,000 kroner or 3,000 euro Japanese one, but the Malaysian one. It's still good enough for me, it's fine, it's beautiful. Plays like a dream. Then apart from salitas, tandoori and some tuna fish and my slide scanning setup, now you got the little Yamaha thr30ii. It has Bluetooth, and you don't need to connect it to the computer. There's a battery so you can move it around, so I've got it on my desk because I have to connect it to the computer if I want to record. And it has an audio interface, just an old-fashioned USB. You may struggle finding that cable, but you can get one on eBay. It's the old-fashioned kind, USB 2. And it's got a whole lot of amp and cabinet modeling. And it's all knobs, so you don't have to go into the program. Of course, on the computer you can do the same. And then basically just gain, master, bass, middle, treble, and then 2 effects. And then you can blend your backing tracks via Bluetooth or just aux in with your guitar. So it's great, and it's pretty loud. And you can see the speakers are going to be tiny. I don't know how big they are. They're like 5 inches or not even 3 inches. 5, maybe 4. I think there's 2 of them. But the bass is surprisingly good. It's amazing what they can get out of them. And it gets more than loud enough for a small apartment like this. This is my Fender Vibrachamp. And that is way too loud for this small living room. If I want it louder, I can plug in pure studio monitors there. Those are 20 years old, but they're good enough. And it's obviously much louder and much bigger bass, but I really don't need to. One thing I found though, that this, when you're plugged into the computer, and I've got Cubase Elements AI here, doesn't get that loud, and I have trouble mixing it, the volumes. So to go into the, I don't have screen recording software, but if I go in the mix console, you can see this is my guitar. I have to have that cranked all the way up, and then the music, I just downloaded a track from YouTube. There's a download site, I might leave a link in the description, but you can download just the audio. So I got just some backing tracks. I have to crank that way down to match the levels, and then my stereo out I have to have cranked right up. So that's the only way to match them. For some reason the guitar just isn't very loud when it comes in through the USB. Like I said though, that's just the external volume that goes to the Yamaha. So that's a bit of a worry, but if you don't have it plugged in to the computer and your DAW, or in this case Cubase, then it's plenty loud, more than loud enough for a small room. So fine, you're not going to bother the neighbors, so you could, but it's just about perfect for practicing. And since I'm sitting right in front of it, I have the outputs on the audio just about 12 o'clock. That's loud enough. So I'm going to set you up on the tripod and give you an example. This is harmonic neo soul backing track in A minor. There's only 4 chords or 5 chords, so it's simple enough for me to play to, because I haven't played in like 2 years. I used to play a lot when I was 20, but then I gave it a 30-year break, so I'm just starting again. So very simple stuff, but I'll just do some chords over this, and then I'll do some octaves, and then maybe just a few licks. I can't really solo, I'm too rusty, and I suck, so you'll have to forgive me, but this is just a demonstration of the setup, how you just need this little amp. You don't even need the amp, you can use a 20 or 40 euro, I think they're 20 euro, little Behringer audio interface, which is what my friend is getting for his bass, and that has a mic input and instrument line input, and you can do that straight into your laptop. But then, of course, then you either on headphones or you have to put it out to some studio monitors. This is quite expensive. It is about 550 euros for this one, but they're cheaper models. But it's got the amp modeling and it has the interface combined. But you can do it much cheaper, and then all you do is, if I can remember how to do this, you can just add a VST guitar or bass cabinet and amplifier to your track there. If I can remember how it works. Routing, no. Load track preset, no. It's an insert. I haven't really used this, that's the thing. Here we go. Inserts. And then what have I got? Under distortion you have the amp simulator that came with it, which is not very good. This is the AI version of Cubase Elements, so it doesn't have the amp rack, which is a bummer. But I downloaded for free Blue Cat free amp, which has got 3 amps. 3 amp models, clean, crunch, and lead. Or you can go to under other, I also downloaded a free one, Guitar Rig 7. And then you've got all kinds of amps and shit, genres. The free version doesn't have that much customization, but if I go to clean break, it loads that, and then I get a clean, I don't know if you can customize it, maybe you can, a reverb and amp, and then you could try something else, like Double Trouble is obviously Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's got a whole bunch of shit there. So, and he's maxed the gain out on the preamp massively. So, alright. And then, strange. Alright, so you could do that. Don't need an expensive Yamaha. Just close that off. I want to get rid of this that's making a lot of noise. How do I get rid of it? Routing, left stereo in, stereo out, QC. Presets. It was under E. No effect. Discard. There we go. Alright, that was pretty noisy. Alright. But I've got obviously the effects built into the Yamaha. So that goes through the USB straight into the workstation. So we'll get some chords down first. I'll just do a few and show you the process, but obviously I haven't practiced this, so I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes only, just maybe not a few bars, but until the coda or something. Alright, I don't have the chords in front of me, so I'm just winging it. Alright, we're rolling. So I've just got it in neck position, and then I think I might roll off some of the tone. I forget which is the tone. Shit. I think it's this one. And then I'll just do not too many bars and just go through the process. So just hit record. And the chords are roughly, it's A minor 7, D sus / A or something, and then or E minor 7, D minor 7, A, D sus / A, and then E minor, E flat 13 or something. I don't know. You tell me, I'm too rusty, I can't remember what all these are. That's the 13. Sus. D minor 7. I'm not sure here. Back. Minor 7 again. Flat 13. Oh, I'm just pressing play. I wasn't recording. Alright, I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to turn you off. Put down the chords. I was pressing play, I didn't hit record. Stupid me. You get the idea, that's how the chords go. The ones I figured out. I could go back and then look at the video, the YouTube video. It's just backing tracks. I forget from who it is from. Just look up harmonic neo-soul backing track in A minor, and you'll find it. It's pretty good, it's pretty smooth. But I gotta put down some tracks and then some octaves, like George Benson style. So, I laid down some pretty shitty chords, play them back. I was struggling how to get them to play back on the screen, but so it sounds like I've got the levels more or less equal now. So now I just need to put down some Benson octaves. If I can do that, I can be as good as him, obviously, but that's with the fingernails as opposed to the thumb, so it's a little more articulate, a little brighter. And then I tried some bass lines. Back to chords. Alright, so I'm not going to record, but just play along so give you an idea what it sounds like. Then because I have to stop in the middle of it. But just put down some octaves. I should be able to do that. A, D, E. That's all I'm doing. Maybe a C, maybe an F. I don't know. I'm just learning how to use the software, so I've only used it once before. But I recommend it. It's not so complicated that beginners can't use it. So, fun time. Whoops. I forgot to put down another track. So, right click, add audio track, add track, and I'll call this, whoops, guitar 2. It's armed, but I'm not recording, so I'll just play. Spacebar. I got the microphone on the speaker. Get the idea, I suck at this, I haven't played in 2 years, so give me a break. All you YouTube people. Get the idea. So I have to think about what I'm just going to do a few, I think. And I haven't actually been recording, and then the solo part will really suck. That was pretty bad. So we'll see. Anyway, you get the idea. So now I have to record. May do a couple takes. Who knows? This is just a demo though. So I put some octaves down. They weren't very good, but I'm very rusty. Remember, 2 years since I touched the guitar. So I'll give it a little playthrough, and then we can try some soloing, which is really going to be bad. So, but everyone who's seen my channel knows I suck balls at guitar. I play once a year, and I have too many beers, and it's not really serious. So, and I don't practice. Well, anyway, let's give this a playthrough. My problem is the octaves came out very low, even though I maxed the faders on the mixing console. For some reason, it just doesn't come out loud enough. And I left enough space in between the solo as well. I kept it simple. I just played like 4 notes, octaves. And here's the octaves coming up. It's not loud enough though for some reason. So I'll have to adjust the levels afterwards. It's going to be a bit quiet. Probably the backing has to be much quieter. Although those octaves are so bad, I may just redo them. I'm not going to bother. Noticing my fingers, I haven't played in a while. So now I'm giving it a break. This is, I guess, where I'll try and solo a bit. It's good to have the waveforms in front of you, because then you can see where there's a break, there's space. And then I'll just do this last bit of octaves. And here it's not loud enough, so I have to go back and adjust the mix. But my rhythm guitar is twice as loud as the octaves, which is stupid. Oh dear. Alright, so I didn't have the master volume on the amp on the guitar end high enough at 12 o'clock, that's why it was not so loud. So I've cranked that. Maybe that'll help. And then I've gone from hall reverb to spring reverb. Should sound a little better. I've got quite a bit of gain on, gains at 12 o'clock. So I'll just play along now, and then to give you an example, of my shitty playing. This is going to be really bad, but there's no help for it. I just suck. I'm very rusty. I used to be okay, but now I'm terrible. That's what 30 years of not playing does for you. It's almost 30 years. So, yeah, let's get to it. Slug a beer. For good luck. And then crank it. The octaves coming in. They're still too low. I can't get them high enough. Stupid. They're cranked. You can hear them at least though, but it's a bit too quiet. I also have to do some mixing. So I'm just playing C or A minor pentatonic, C pentatonics, around there I guess. It's A minor, with a natural B though. See, this flat would be bad. Natural is the way to go. Okay, my pentatonic's a bit rusty. Oh dear. Ah, no good. Terrible. Can't solo. Forget it. I haven't played a scale in 2 years, so it gives you an idea. So I'll just doing licks of like 2 notes, I think it looks like, or just leave it as it is. Obviously I wasn't recording that. I have to find some just some triads, moving triads. Can't play solo. My fingers are too rusty. Give it a month of woodshedding maybe. So I turn it off. So yeah, so I'll see what I can figure out. Terrible. After 2 years, it sucks going back and trying to play. You remember the shit, but your fingers won't do it. Alright. Okay, recording. So, if I can bring up the mixer. There we go. So, you see I have to do some drastic. I have to bring the backing way back, and then my guitar way back, and my octaves and my solo way up. And then we can play it. The octaves are fine, my solos are dog shit. I just can't. I haven't done any scales or anything in like 2 years, so I can't play single notes. The octaves are right, so I'll stick to the octaves for now and chords. Just practice my chords. Crank it. It's as loud as it gets. Not very loud. Turn down a bit. It's clipping on the camera. What's going on? No solo. What's happening to the solo? Can't hear it. I have to do the solo all over again. See, it's tiny. For whatever reason. Barely registered. I don't know what's wrong with that thing. It's very annoying. That's why. I have to turn off this little speaker button. Just learning the software, so. solo soon enough. So I should have waited, stopped before the octaves came. Cool program. Okay, and I got it for free with my, not for free, with my 5,000 kroner freaking Yamaha. Whoops, oh well. I gotta say, I like the tone I got out of with the tone rolled off a bit, about halfway. Nice jazz tone out of that guitar. It's otherwise very bright, unlike the JSM 100, which is of course the 30,000 kroner or 3,000 euro, the one that Schofield plays. And this is a little bright unless you roll off some of the tone. But this is a pretty fat tone, I like it. So I just gotta practice 8 hours a day now. I think I'll turn you off. But that's how I do it. This is my first, not my first, I've used this software once before and just played some chords, just messing around. But just this afternoon session I've learned quite a bit. I'm obviously not a ninja on this, I'm a total beginner. But it's pretty simple. The only problem was getting the ASIO drivers to work for my Yamaha. Didn't want to connect. Just got error messages. Oh, that was little George Benson there. If he sucked. And then I had to load VST guitar effects I had never done before, but I got them for free. It's the built-in amp rig. Amp emulator only comes with the full-fat paid versions of Elements and Cubase, but the other ones are fine. But I don't really need them as long as I'm not plugging straight into the board, but through the Yamaha, because it has all the amp models with it. So that's great. As long as I'm not miking up an amp, this is perfect. I don't need it. But I'm getting a whole studio in here with two mics, a condenser and a dynamic, just a cheap copy of a Shure SM57, a nice little mixer with just like a little 4-channel mixer with Bluetooth, and some mic stands, XLR cables so I can mic up the Fender, and the piano, and I can get, and the acoustic. I have a Martin acoustic electric guitar. Don't really need to mic up, but I can get some fretboard sounds off it. So that'll be cool. But you can get by perfectly well with like a $20 or $40 audio interface, which is what my buddy is doing. So I could have saved $300 just getting one of those. Anyway, all right. I have to. This is a long video. Whoops. A little unsteady on the notes. Better on the chords. Wait. Anyway, you get the idea, and then Gotta practice that. That's pretty useful to be able to play octaves, because it sounds good even if you're only playing like 4 notes like me. And just go between those. And then if you add in a third, like Benson does occasionally, then it sounds pretty good. Alright, turn you off. That was my second ever recording in software on the computer, and my first time playing in like 2 years, so that's really bad. So I'm going to start playing because I just spent €600 on a whole new studio. So, and I have 5 guitars and I really should. The only thing is I can't get lessons because they charge €70 an hour. Ha ha ha! 800 kronas an hour for guitar lessons. So not gonna happen. It's YouTube for me. Alright, that was it. Thank you for watching, if you could watch through all that painful bad music. Alright, catch you later.